Hebrews 12:11. For the moment, all discipline seems painful rather than pleasant, but later it yields the peaceful fruit of righteousness to those who have been trained by it. You see, training, it really teaches you this process of discipline. Discipline is what's going to yield different results in your life beyond just the physical body. Discipline is going to help you accelerate yourself in so many different areas, and through training is how you can really cultivate and develop the discipline that's needed to get a better relationship with God in your life, to be able to achieve different results physically in your life, to be able to become the person that God made you to be. But it's not pleasant. Learning these disciplines takes work, it takes practice, and for a lot of people, man, they can't make it through. But through these training, through these workouts, this is where you build up the endurance to be able to overcome. This is where you build up that discipline that's needed to be able to become the person that you want to become and become who God made you to be. Welcome to the Eternal Wellness with Jonathan experience. We're going to start this leg workout out with squats. And squats are one of the best leg exercises, period, that you can do. It's going to definitely help improve your lower body strength because it works all the major muscles in the legs. It'll definitely help boost your athletic performance as well, because for most sports, you're going to be in that squatting position. And squats are going to also burn a lot of calories as well, just due to the variety of muscles that's going to be used to be able to perform the movement. The main muscles that you're going to target when performing the squat is going to be your quads, your glutes, your hamstrings, your abs and obliques as well. We'll get a little bit of work as well as your calf muscles. Some key form tips that you're going to want to make sure you do while you're performing your squats is really look at your feet placement. So as you get into the position, whether you have your feet a little wider than hip width or closer, it's really not a big deal. You just want to get in the position that's going to be most comfortable for you to be able to squat effectively and to be able to make sure that you're in a strong position. You want to keep your core tight as you go into the squatting motion as well. This is just going to help keep your back from hunching over and will help you be stronger in your squat. You also want to make sure that you get deep enough in your squat to be able to make sure you're working the muscles as efficiently as possible. And in order to do that, you want to make sure that your knees are at a 90-degree angle and the quads are going to be parallel to the ground. That's a good sign that you've gotten deep enough in your squat to ensure that you get all the benefits that a squat will give you when performing the exercise. We want to go for 4 sets of these. You want to try to get 12 to 20 reps. Alright, the next exercise we're going to do in this leg workout is going to be step-ups. Step-ups, they're a power leg exercise that will train the explosiveness of the leg muscles, which will help build strength in the legs. It'll definitely help increase your squat and deadlift strength as well. And step-ups, they're great cardio too, because of stepping up and stepping onto something is going to help increase your heart rate, and step-ups will help you burn a lot of calories because of this as well. The main muscles that they're going to work is going to be your quads, your glutes, and your hamstrings. And some key form things you want to make sure that you do while you're performing your step up is going to be making sure you press through your heel and not your toes as you step up onto the platform. When you do that, it's going to allow for just proper activation of the glutes, hamstrings, and the quads, and will help you keep balance to be able to help you avoid injury. You also want to make sure you get a full range of motion by making sure you step up until your leg is fully straight before going back down. We're going to do 4 sets. You want to try to get 10 to 12 reps on each leg for your step-ups. The next exercise we're going to do in this leg workout is going to be squat jumps. Squat jumps are definitely one of the better power and explosive exercises that you can do to help develop the lower body. It's going to shed a lot of calories too, just due to the energy expenditure that's going to be used when you're performing the exercise, which is going to make it really good for someone that's looking to burn fat, lose weight, and build muscle, or do all 3 combined. It's going to also just help you build cardiovascular endurance as well, because of the amount of energy that you're going to use to be able to perform a squat jump. The main muscles that you're going to work is going to be your quads, your glutes, your hamstrings, your abs, your lower back, and your calves. Some key form things you want to make sure that you keep in mind when you're performing your squat jumps is to make sure to land on the balls of your feet. When you land on them, it's going to distribute the weight evenly through the heels. It's going to lessen the strain on your joints and tendons. For people who are going to be more at a beginner stage in their fitness journey as well, I recommend having a shallow to quarter level depth on your squat before you jump. This is going to allow you to be more explosive and have a more effective jump. And if you're more of an intermediate to an advanced individual who's going to have a good squat foundation and leg strength, then you can get deeper on your squat. We're going to do 4 sets. You want to try to do between 12 to 15 jumps. The next exercise we're going to do in this workout is going to be single leg deadlifts. These single leg deadlifts is going to really help develop single leg balance, strength, and stabilization. It's going to also really help improve your mobility through the hips, legs, and back to be able to increase your movement skills and develop better posture. The main muscles that you're going to work when you're doing these single leg deadlifts is going to be your hamstrings, your glutes, and your ankles, as well as the core a little bit as well. Some key form things you want to make sure when you're performing your single leg deadlifts is to make sure to not lock the knee out completely. You want to aim for a slight bend as you go down. It's going to lessen the pressure on that. It will heavily reduce your risk of injury. You also want to make sure you maintain a flat back while you're performing it as well. You want to pivot at the hips and knee and keep the rear leg and back in straight alignment throughout the movement. And we're going to do these single leg deadlifts for 4 sets. You want to try to get 10 to 12 reps on each leg. All right, the last exercise we have in this leg workout is going to be reverse lunges. Reverse lunges are going to definitely help increase your flexibility and range of motion in your hip flexors that are going to be more prone to be tight. They're also going to be much safer on the knees compared to other leg exercises, and especially like a walking or forward lunge, because in the reverse lunge it's going to be much easier to emphasize the muscles of the glutes, the hamstrings, and the quads. It's going to also help definitely build your leg muscles because it's going to be an exercise that's going to use multiple joints and muscles to be able to perform it. The main muscles that you're going to target when you're doing a reverse lunge is going to be the hamstrings, your glutes, and your quads. Some key form things you want to make sure that you keep in mind while you're performing the movement is to make sure to step straight back and keep the knees at a 90-degree angle. You don't want to step back and have your knees cave too far in or something like that can cause injury. You also want to try to not step too far back as well. Stepping too far back can also be something that can just leave you more prone to injury due to the pressure on your joints and things that would put. And you also want to make sure to not arc your lower back. You want to keep your chest tall. You want to keep your core engaged as you step and drive back up through your heels. We're going to do 4 sets of these, and you want to try to get 10 to 12 reps for each leg on your lunges. Alright guys, that's going to be the end of this leg workout. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, definitely be sure to leave a like as well as comment on any feedback on the workout, questions or concerns you may have. Leave all those in the comments and I'll definitely be sure to try and get back to you as quick as possible. And definitely be sure to subscribe as well, as I'm always uploading new content every week to help you get in shape physically, mentally, and spiritually, and just become as healthy and fit as possible. And definitely be sure to check out some of my other content as well. I'll leave some links to other workouts and things that I have in the description, as well as some end cards that I think will further help in developing the overall physique and body that you want. So definitely be sure to check out some of that other content as well. And again, I want to thank you for tuning into this video, and I'll see you in the next one.